This is an oral timeline of Baptist women during my lifetime, starting the year I was born. 1977. Nell Alexander becomes the first woman to be appointed as president of the BU. 1979. 14-year-old Lynn Green has an encounter with God. Lynn, I have something for you to do for me. Lynn's instinctive response is, what can a woman do for God? 1986. Margaret Jarman becomes the first female Baptist minister to be president of the BU. 1991. Karen Smith writes that too much of Baptist historiography has the shape of history of men, by men, for men. 1994. Catherine Morgan becomes Joint Minister of Chard Baptist Church, where I am, at the time, a member of the youth group. 1998. Pat Hook becomes the first female minister to be appointed area superintendent. 2013. Lynn Green becomes the first female minister to be appointed General Secretary of the BU. 2016. Gail Richards becomes the first female minister and first minister of colour of Zion Baptist Church in Cambridge. During her first few years in role, she's repeatedly assumed to be the help or an assistant by visitors to the church. 2017. Pete Miller, my dad, raised brethren, Baptist for many years, says, I can't listen to female speakers. It's not easy for us men to listen to their voices. 2018. Ruth Goldborn, Baptist minister and theologian, is confronted by a man saying he doesn't believe in women ministers. Drawing on the story of a woman who faced the same situation 40 years previously, Ruth responds, well, now you are confronted with reality. 2019. Pete Miller, my dad, says, I know you're considering church ministry. Think very seriously about the pressure and pastoral issues you'll have to deal with. Women tend to take these things to heart. 2019. Millie Tinson, our daughter, says God's given her a picture during communion at our church, and God might want her to lead in some way when she's grown up and maybe even be a minister. 2019. Neil Tinson, Millie's dad, says, wow, that's brilliant. You hold on to that picture. 2021. Pete Miller, my dad, writes in response to listening to me preach at our church. We're just so thankful for your gift and pray that God will continue to use you for his glory. 2023. Jane Henderson, Northwest Baptist Association Regional Joint Team Leader, during an address to the Ministers' Conference says, only 17% of the total number of attendees here at this conference are women. We've reached 103 years of women in ordained Baptist ministry, but still only 20% of our ministers are women. And there are still churches who won't accept women in ministry, or only if they are under male headship. 2024. Project Violet, a groundbreaking study into women's experience of Baptist ministry in England and Wales, releases its results and recommendations for change across all Baptist life. Present day. Pete Miller, my dad, after a significant period of theological and personal reflection, now self-describes both privately and publicly as holding a fully egalitarian theology. Praise God.